we are all there to support and guide you. Again, if you have any questions, this is a Q&A session time. If no, then I believe we can proceed with our next topic, sir.
All right, ma'am. We'll do that. We'll do that.
So I don't find any questions, so we can proceed, sir. Over to you as of now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So the last topic of today, that is Unit 3, importance of training. Why training is important. Why we need to provide training for the employees, in particularly for health and safety, as we are in the health and safety field. Safety and health program. Are we on the same page? Could you please confirm me, ma'am? Importance of training. Ms. Zoya Khan?
Yes, sir.
Are we on the same page? Importance of training, the slide? Yeah. Thank you for confirming. And then safety and health program. Training is a crucial component of any employer's safety and health program. It contributes to creating a workplace environment that prioritizes the well-being of the employees. Correct. So investment in safety. The time and money invested in training the workers are considered as an asset or considered as an investment. This investment pays off by reducing how this investment, the training investment, going to pay off for the organization. So it pays off by reducing the workplace accident, promoting a safer work environment, and ultimately leading to lower insurance premiums that you're paying for the insurance companies. See, insurance company, although you insure certain products or certain materials, certain even, health insurance, life insurance, whatever insurance that you are, the employer is paying for you. But still, the insurance is also in a company. So it's not like something as accident happen and then they're going to come with the suitcase of, US dollars or money and then going to give it to you. No, it's not going to work that way. So any accident that takes place cost to the organization. It has indirect cost and direct cost. So whenever the accidents are very frequent, then the insurance company is going to increase the premium on the organization. So that will be a burden for the employer to pay across. So rather, they would invest in training for the workers so that they can work safely and do work safely. So there's a saying, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. Let me say that again. It's a very good saying. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. Let me put it in health and safety aspect. If you think safety is expensive, try an accident. Or if an employer feels providing safety training for the workers is costly, then the accident will enlighten them. How? Because they need to pay off a lot of prices for it. Because there's a direct cost and indirect cost involved from the accident. So this is why the training programs are considered as investment. Now the question for you all. Yesterday I told you one of the word competency. What is the thing that comes up in your mind when somebody says competency? There are 4 terminology I mentioned, so please mention that in the chat box. And then what is KSA stands for? What is KSA stands for? That's going to come up very shortly in the following slides. But however, please write down your answers in the chat box. I'm going to see this timestamp in the chat box as well. All right. Next, accident prevention. Accident prevention. So effective training plays a significant role in preventing workplace accident. As the saying goes, prevention is better than cure. So well-trained workers are more likely to understand and adhere to or follow the safety protocols, which helps reducing the risk of accidents or incidents happening in the workplace. Next slide. So reduce injury and illness rates. So training also helps to reduce the injury and illness rates in the workplace. Training is particularly important for inexperienced workers. Inexperienced workers who may have higher injury and illness rates. Providing comprehensive training for those inexperienced workers helps bridge the gap in experience, making new workers more aware of potential risk. So preventive or Proactive training methodology. Ideally, safety and health training should happen proactively. Proactively means before something going to go wrong. Before something wrong can happen, you're doing something. That's called proactiveness. Before exposure to potential hazards or accidents. So preventive training ensures that the workers are equipped with the knowledge and the skills needed to navigate their task safely in the workplace. All right, moving on to the next slides. Response to incident. So if you have a scenario, if an observation or near miss incident or injury occurs due to a lack of knowledge, skills, or abilities, KSA, training should be conducted or it should be repeated. The training should be conducted when there is an observation or the near miss incident or an injury occurs due to the lack of knowledge of the workers or due to lack of skill of the workers or due to lack of ability of the workers. Training should be conducted in the organization or it should be repeated even if it is conducted again. So this responsive approach addresses gaps in understanding and helps prevent similar incidents in the future. It helps to prevent recurrence in the future. Okay, so addressing knowledge gaps. So training is effective in addressing problems stemming from a lack of knowledge and skills about work process. Ensuring that the workers are well informed about the task enhances overall workplace safety. So the lack of familiarity with equipments can lead to accident. The training should cover the proper usage and handling of equipment to mitigate the risk. What is mitigation? What is mitigate? Mitigation. What does mitigate stands for? Or what is the meaning of the term mitigate? Nothing but reducing or controlling. All right, so that's mitigating. Next. So when training is a solution in the workplace, training is likely the solution when unsafe performance is due to following surface causes. First is lack of knowledge. Second one is lack of skill. And third is lack of ability. So employees should be trained when unsafe behavior is the result of lack of knowledge. For example, if employees are required to enter a confined space generally, it's a limited space to enter and exit, and also ventilation may not be sufficient. So it is not for continuous workplace occupancy. So, but I have no idea, the workers have no idea how to open and enter it safely. So in that case, training is needed for the worker. So the employer is responsible to provide that suitable training for the workers on how to enter the confined space safely. This is with lack of knowledge. Next, lack of skills. Training is necessary when employees know the step of a procedure but lack the skill to perform it safely. For example, employees may have learned about fall protection through a video. It could be a YouTube video, but need training to practice and gain hands-on skills in using the equipment. Like suppose how to wear the safety harness, lifeline equipment. So all these things, you need to practice it. Only then you can develop that skill. Okay, just by watching the video, you cannot be able to perform it physically. All right, so this is with the lack of skill. The training is need to be provided. Next, lack of ability. Training become essential when employees know the steps, when employees have the knowledge and also have the skill, but they lack the physical and mental ability to perform the procedure safely. So employees may be aware how to lift this heavy object safely, but if they lack the physical ability to do so, training is needed. So that time the employer has to provide training. First of all, you need to find out where the employees are lacking at, whether they're lacking of knowledge, lacking of skills, or lacking of ability. So you need to design the training program accordingly. Okay, that's very important. First you need to find out the gap. Where is the gap? Then fill the gap. First you need to find out where what are the hazard? What are the risks from that hazard? Then you give the suitable control measure. Okay, that's very important. That's a key aspect of it. So in summary, training is a suitable solution when unsafe performance can be attributed to gaps in knowledge, skills, or physical or mental abilities. So identifying the surface causes helps the organization target the training efforts effectively, as I just mentioned, ensuring that employees are equipped with the necessary knowledge and capabilities to perform their task safely. All right. Moving on to next. Prioritizing safety training in the workplace. Why we need to prioritize safety training? Because there are hazards present in the workplace. There are hazards when you're operating the equipment. There are various degree of risks that your workers would be exposed to. And environmental condition may be vary. You may be working in hot environment, or cold environment, or noisy environment, or slippery environment. So all these things you need to consider that. So prioritizing safety training involves pinpointing the tasks that pose potential risk to employees. Varying degree of risks. Not all employees face the same level of risk. Some employees may face high level of risk. Some employees may face medium level of risk. Some employees may face low level of risk. So you need to identify those and you need to provide training accordingly. So influence of environmental condition. The degree of risk in a task can be influenced by environmental factors such as noise, heat, cold, and safety hazards in the surrounding area. Okay, next, comprehensive training. Safety training should not only focus on teaching employees how to perform the job safely, but also how to navigate and operate within the hazardous environment safely. That's also very important. All right, moving on to next. Adaptation. Your training should be adapted to specific industry needs, whether you're providing for the construction industry or manufacturing or pharmaceutical or oil and gas. So your training must shoot accordingly. So recognition that different industries may have unique safety challenges and training programs, and the training programs must be tailored to address those specific risks. Holistic approach. Employees need to be equipped with knowledge and skills, not just for the immediate task, but also for dealing with challenges posed by the overall work environment. Preventive measures. Training aims to instill preventive measures, ensuring that the employees are proactive in minimizing the risk. Like, what is proactive? Before something goes wrong. Or preventive action that you take, it's called proactiveness. So continuous improvement, regular evaluation and updating of safety training program to align with the evolving technologies or updates or evolving workplace condition and industry standards. Okay. So that is continuous improvement. So next, the very important thing is sequencing the training. When you're providing training, there must be a logical progress. Only then it will be effective. Only then the participants would be able to, listen to you, and that would be more effective. And so if you're going to present what you're going to talk in the beginning, then it will not be effective. Okay. So sequencing the training is very important. So the sequencing the training emphasizes the importance of organizing training content in a thoughtful and logical manner to enhance its effectiveness. First, say general and then to specific. First, you say generally about chemical. Next, you can go with what is toxic chemical, what is harmful chemical, what is carcinogenic chemical, like the chemical which causes cancer, what is mutagen chemicals. So then you can go with the specific ones. Next, go with simple thing and then go with the complex. Suppose you're going to talk about lockout, you're giving training on the lockout and tagout. So you can start with simply locking out a coffee machine, because the coffee machine generally mostly available in the workplace, before progressing to more complicated machines in the workplace. So that way, any new worker coming to the workplace or even just come out from the college can be able to simply understand what you're trying to say. Okay. Next, theory to practical. So generally, first we usually start off with the theory and then go with the practical. So first, let the participant understand the basics and concepts. Then they can perform hands-on. So, and then known to unknown concept. First, talk about the known things of the participants, and then go to the unknown concept. So that way they can easily familiarize themselves. Start with familiar concept before introducing unfamiliar ones, using the example of machinery and energy sources. See, many people know that the machines are, an energy source is required. Then you can talk about what sort of energy sources that is being operated by, whether it is electrical energy or mechanical energy. So you can talk about that later on. Okay, so this way the participant will be able to focus on or understand what you're trying to say. Next, step by step. For the on-job training, sequence the content to correspond with the steps of a task. See, suppose you're doing certain tasks like removing a wheel. There's a step-by-step process. So you need to provide the training according to step-by-step process, and then you need to let them know at each step what is the hazard, what is the risk, and then provide the training accordingly so that the people can be able to understand it. So careful consideration of sequencing of the training content ensures a logical and reinforcing progression, enhancing the overall effectiveness of the training program. Inadequate sequencing can hinder the learning process, and trainers should prioritize a structured approach to maximize the impact of the training. So next, you as a trainer, sometimes or most of the time, you may be developing the training material. So when you're developing the training material, you need to keep the participant or targeted audience in mind. What type of people that I'm going to train on? What type of information or content that I need to put on so that the people it would be eye appealing and enhancing the participants. So lesson planning is a crucial element in effective instructional design. Although it may seem time consuming initially to prepare, a well-crafted lesson plan is a valuable teaching tool. Experienced instructors use lesson plans for multiple purposes, like checkpoints for well-planned learning. So lesson plans act as checkpoints to ensure that the learning experiences are well organized and thought out. They help instructor maintain a systematic approach to instruct. So when you have a lesson plan, so it will be easier for you as a trainer to present it for the participants. Next, teaching guides and reference. See, in the PowerPoint presentation at the bottom, you can always, mention about the references that you can use it during the presentation. Like these are the references that I took it. So lesson plan serves as a guides during lessons, assisting instructors in delivering content effectively. Additionally, they can be references for other instructors who may need to step in unexpectedly. See, suppose, for example, something happened to you, and then other instructor need to step in for some period of time, like 15 minutes or 30 minutes during the time. So he may also step in if you have the teaching guides and references. So records of planning techniques. Lesson plans provide a convenient record of instruction planning techniques and teaching methods. This documentation is valuable for self-reflection and can be shared with other instructors for collaborative improvement. As I believe, there is always a room for improvement. Once you prepare the content, do share with the training directors, do share with your other trainers so that they can look into it, they can further enhance it and make it effective. Okay. So this way you can prepare the training content effective one. So that way you can give an effective presentation for the participants that will make an impact. So next, once your training is completed, you need to certify the participants. The formal certification of training is necessary, especially for safety training, where employees need to demonstrate specific knowledge, skill, and ability related to hazardous procedure or safe practices. So according to this standard, American National Standard Institute, Z490.1 in the year 2016, section 7.4 recommends certification of training. When you're providing the certificate of training that you're given for the participant, it must contain the trainee's name or the participant name, course title, and then the statement of successful completion, a statement verifying that the trainee has successfully completed the course. So this standard specifically states that when you're giving the training certificate, it must include all those details. Okay. Next, the date for refresher training or the expiration date of this certification or this training that you provided. So if applicable, the date when periodic refresher training is due or the expiration date of the certification. Unique trainee identification number. It's like Aadhaar number or social security number. So you must provide the trainee identification number or the certificate number that specifies when you type in or verify it. It verifies the authenticity of the certifications. Online verification. A distinctive identification number assigned to each trainee. So that way we can, once we put that employee number, we can reflect, the system can reflect what are the training that person undergone. So when his next training is due, what topic that his training is due, all these things can be found out from the computer itself. So this formal written certification, often in the form of certificate of competency or qualification, ensures a documented record of the individual assessment and compliance with the safety standards. Okay, with that, we are completing the Train the Trainer program. Over to you, Ms. Zoya Khan. Now you can ask me questions in the chat box, or you can ask Mr. Either to raise your hand. We can unmute you. You can talk to me over the voice. And although one more minute, Ms. Zoya Khan. Although we provide this training program for free, you may have gained the knowledge, hopefully, and I'm sure you would. So, but still, just by gaining knowledge, it's not enough. Knowledge is power, but only when you use it, it will become useful for you. So what I'm trying to say is that you may have participated in the training. You may have gained knowledge from this training, but you still need to have a certificate to show it to your employer, to knock on the door and say it with confidence that I have undergone the Train the Train program of EOSH, and I heard that you have a safety trainer role and I wish to apply for it. So that way you can, go with confidence and knock on the door of the recruiter. You can simply say that I have this training certification. For that, you need to register with us. And when I was taking this training program, like Train the Trainer of IOSH or EOSH, that time the rate was around more than 20,000 rupees. And now you're getting at the discounted rate, which is very good. And the same certification, which is globally recognized. So what are you waiting for? So it's the time to grab it if you don't have one. So please go ahead and grab it. Get in touch with our course registration department. They would be very, very happy to assist you in case you have any queries or concerns, or if you have any other courses that you're looking for, please get in touch with our registration department. Please take a snapshot of the screen, and you can get in touch with them via WhatsApp, or we are also in other social media platforms like LinkedIn or Twitter, so you can get in touch. You can also go through our website. We also have a YouTube channel. Whatever training programs that we conduct, we are uploading it after editing it. So please go through it, subscribe it, share it, like it. So please give your valuable feedback in the feedback form. And we also might have shared our WhatsApp group link as well. Feedback form is shared. Yeah, WhatsApp group link has been shared as well. If you're not being a part of it, so please be a part of it, because you would get to know the different training programs that we offer. So many of the times it may be free, and sometimes it may be maybe you have to pay some fees for the training program to participate. So please get in touch with the registration department for that as well. So benefits of participating in the WhatsApp group. So you'll get to know the notification of the different training programs. You'll get to know the updates of safety. We'll get to know the job listings that we have time to time from the employers. So that way you can, get benefit out of it. And now over to you, Ms. Zoya. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome, Sal. And I appreciate that you have shared the knowledge that what are the reasons why we ask our students to join a WhatsApp group. So I hope you all took the note of it, and we have great discounts going on. The reason I'm repeating and saying this because it happens with me also. I see there are a few offers and I'm like, okay, yalla, finished. Okay, I'll go tomorrow, I'll go later. But then when someday I visit, the offers are finished. So I don't want that to happen with you. You can just connect and let us know that you're interested so that you can book your seat at discounted prices. Even for that, you don't have to pay the full amount. You can pay an initial deposit or first installment. So head out to our team members, Ms. Farina, Ms. Mahin, and Mr. Mirza is there. You can just let them know about your interested course of these health and safety certification. They will share the details, registration process, everything regarding this whole procedure. They will keep you posted. And feedback form has been dropped to share your valuable feedback. We are looking forward to hear from you. If there's anything you would like to add in the trainings, then we will definitely do in our upcoming trainings coming your way. So thank you, participants, for listening to us. Thank you, and I wish to see you all in our next trainings, which is going to be for OSHA 30 hours compliance force from USA, one of the best international certification. So thank you. I wish you all the best in your career. Do join our WhatsApp group, share your feedbacks with us, join us in our WhatsApp groups, and I can say you can note down our numbers so that we keep you posted about anything regarding HSC in our WhatsApp status as well. So you can save our numbers. We keep sharing our messages. You can ask your queries and we'll be right there. Do join the WhatsApp group. The link has been shared. And thank you for your active participation, students and dear participants. I've seen the questions being asked and the answers as well. So we really appreciate that. See you all again on 8th of January. Correct me, sir, if I'm wrong.
You're right, ma'am. Absolutely. 8th of January, OSHA 30 hours compliance course. We're going to rock and roll. Ma'am, one more
Yes.
thing. I just like to, because, some of the new updates in the Zoom, like when I'm doing the annotate, underlining, you can able to see, right? But when I'm taking that, the cursor or the pen, can you able to see the movement of that pen as well? See, now I'm
No,
clicking
only
on
the
annotate.
cursor.
So now I am moving that, the cursor. So can you able to see that?
Yes, I can.
Okay, you can able to see that, right? So like
Yes.
cursor pointer. Okay,
That's a
like
great
a laser
feature, I
pointer.
believe.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
absolutely. Yeah, there's another option, remote control. I need to work on that as well. Anyways, all right, go ahead, ma'am. Just wanted to confirm that.
Yes, sir.
Because
Good,
when
good.
sometimes I felt like, okay, when I'm keep underlining, sometimes it may be looking shabby, each and every, that's what I
No.
just, if,
No, not at all, sir. It's not like that
okay.
at all. Because see, you are sharing us a valuable information, and if you want us to remember, everybody underline those important things. So if you do that, that's of course a good point for us. We can take a note of it. So I hope participants has enjoyed our training. If there's anything again, I'd repeat, we are there for you, always there for you. We are also available on Sundays. It depends again who you're connecting with. So thank you everybody. Wish you all a very great weekend, especially who's in Gulf. The weekend will be starting Thursday, Friday, and hopefully it goes till Saturday. So happy weekend, everybody. Enjoy your time. See you all next time. Take care. Bye bye. Good night, sir. Good night, Mr.
Good night,
Heather.
ma'am.
Good
Good
night,
night.
participant.
Good night, everyone. Good night, participants. And I hope you all enjoyed. And please do share your feedback, and so that we can, as I believe, there is always a space or room for improvement in everything and anything that I do. So I still believe in that. So take care. We are going to sign off very shortly, and see you all in the next training program. Take care. Good night.